Welcome back to Brain Bytes, a series of math puzzles and brain games to bring the library into your home. Today, we are getting fancy with fractals. But before we can dive into fractals, we need to discuss similarity. And this is not the kind of similarity where your aunt says, "Oh, you and your brother look so similar." Nope, we're talking math. In math, two shapes are similar when they have the same angles and their sides are in the same ratio. So let's take a look at Agnes over here. She's got a lot of buddies who are similar to her and to each other. So this is Jamar, different sizes, same shape, they're totally similar. Oh, and this is Isabel, different color, doesn't matter, similar. Oh, Wilfred is bigger, turned around, also similar. And what about Wendell? Remember, different color doesn't matter, still similar. And now we can discuss fractals. A fractal is an object that repeats itself at different scales. We call this property self-similarity, and I bet you know why. So look at this fern over here. This fern is a fractal. You look at the whole shape, and then look at this piece over here. It's the same thing as the whole. And oh, the little tiny bit. That's also similar to the main shape. The fern is a fractal. Oh, fractals also appear elsewhere in nature. You've got a mollusk shell, that's a fractal. Fancy broccoli, fractal. Snowflake, fractal. And you would think because fractals are in nature and nature has been around forever, we've been studying fractals forever. Nope. The mathematician who really got us into fractals is modern. This is Benoit Mandelbrot. He was living into the 21st century. Oh! Fractals also appear elsewhere, like in digital art, where it looks totally awesome. Here's a Sierpinski triangle being built. Ooh, and here's a Sierpinski triangle with pretty colors. Now at this point, you must be thinking, I want to make my own fractal. And that is the correct thing to be thinking right now. So go, get yourself some paper and coloring supplies, hit pause, and when you come back, let's make a fractal. Ready? Go. So for this fractal, we're going to need two shapes, a square and a right triangle. This one doesn't look much like a right triangle. Well, what about now? It is totally a right triangle. Okay, so now we have two rules for constructing our fractal. Rule 1, all squares get a triangle hat, like that. And rule 2, all triangles get square ears, like this. And now we can build. So we got a square, you give it a hat. Ooh, triangle, give it ears. Squares, give them hats. Triangles, give them ears. And ooh, what comes next? Hat, 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 hat. Ears, so many ears. And if I keep going, it'll eventually look like this. Whoa! And do you know what we call this fractal? A Pythagoras tree. It does look like a tree, doesn't it? Ooh, and if I were to just make one tiny little change, our Pythagoras tree would look like this. And what makes this Pythagoras tree all tilty? We changed the shape of the right triangle. Now, what's up with the Pythagoras part of the name? Well, it has to do with the Pythagorean Theorem. The sum of the areas of the square on the sides of a right triangle is equal to the square on its hypotenuse. Or here, watch this demonstration. Now, when we look back at our fractal tree, we can see the Pythagorean theorem demonstrated in each little part. Here, oh, and over here. It is fantastic. And this, my friends, has been your Brain Bite for today. Bye.